About an hour ago, I got an email from a friend of mine here in Winnipeg, and he was wondering, would I be able to turn a set of TBC Bushings for a Sierra kit? Well, actually, he used the word few sets. Now, I emailed him back and I said, few, that kind of scares me. Now, another thing that scares me is, can I get the angle right when I turn the bushings so that they fit between the centers exactly right? For some reason, I have two sets of Sierra bushings. I just measured them here, and surprisingly, no two are exactly the same. A couple of them are very, very close, but anyway, the idea is that when you turn between centers like this, you get a lot less wobble. Anyway, I'm going to give it a whirl here. I got a piece of brass rod that should turn down really nice. You can also use a 1/2-inch bolt, but I don't have any 1/2-inch bolts, so I'm going to have to sacrifice an inch or two of this. Yeah, it sounds kind of nice. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Now I'm going to assume that everybody that I'm speaking to right now knows how this works. Okay. In the case of the Sierra kit, both ends of your blank will get turned down to the same diameter. One end will match right here, and the other end will match. It might be kind of hard to see, but there's 1, 2, 3, and the third one closest to the blank is a little bit smaller. So the diameter that we have here should be the same as right here and right here. Now, it's possible that this little gnarled area right here is slightly raised, but I don't think so. I think that this embossing is sort of stamped into it. It's not like it was some sort of a poured piece. So anyway, when I measure to get the exact size for this custom bushing that I'm going to make, I want to make sure that I measure right here, not right here. And it should be the same. This should be the same as this right here. And in all likelihood, the bushings that were bought are very, very close to this size. Should be anyway. Now, I kind of feel sort of silly right now, and the reason being is a few minutes ago when I was upstairs editing that last shot at my computer, and I was looking up close here, I had never noticed before that this third ring is actually part of the clip ring. And I'm wondering, is it possible that a person could, pull that off of there? I'm not going to try because I think it's probably pressed on pretty hard. But I'll bet you if you were willing to sacrifice your clip, you could get it off if you wanted to turn a Sierra without a clip. Now, because some of my viewers are Canadians, not very many, but a few. In fact, my youngest viewer is a Canadian, but he's too young to have a credit card, so this, what I'm going to say, isn't going to be much good to him. Bill at William Woodwright has these Sierra kits on sale right now, until I believe it's July the 7th. And it's just a coincidence. I got his e-flyer yesterday and I checked it this morning. There they were, the Sierra kits, just the one that we're talking about. Like I say, it was just a coincidence. Now, he only ships to Canadians, so if you're an American, well, you can probably get it just as cheap down there anyway. However, if you're Canadian, you might want to look into this. Maybe you should stock up. The price will only go up, not down. Okay, I'm pretty sure that you got the idea of what I'm trying to do here. Now, as you can see, these bushings are a lot closer than I originally thought. I guess I wasn't measuring too carefully yesterday. Now my plan is to turn my CBT bushings as close as possible to the dimension of the kit, not to the dimensions of the original bushings. But as you can see, they're pretty much the same. They only vary by maybe a thousandth of an inch or two. I can't even begin to turn, at least on the wood lathe, that close. You either sand a little bit too thick or a little bit too thin, when you're taking it down to the final dimension. And as far as turning the bushings go, I am not a skilled machinist. I don't know, I'm going to try and get it to within a thousandth of an inch, but I can't guarantee it. Now this machine is not designed in a way that allows me to get the camera in nice and close and still be able to safely, do what I want to do. But what I want to do is I just want to face the end of this brass rod off so it's nice and square. And then I'm going to bring my centering bit in here and make a hole in it in the center so that I can use my live center. Then I can bring the brass rod out away from the chuck, and it'll be a lot safer and easier to turn down to the size of the bushing. Now it's a lot better. I got a lot more room here to work. I'm always very uncomfortable when I'm working close to the jaws, especially when I'm using the self-feeder. Now these bushings that I've got here, I'm going to make them pretty much the same length, except this part here that goes into the brass tube. I want that to be a little longer. So we'll make them, instead of three quarters of an inch, we'll make them an inch long. So the overall piece that I'm going to want to waste here is, I'll give it just a smidgen over over 2 inches here. Now I think if I'm smart, I'm going to take my parting tool and I'm going to go in just a little bit further than the diameter of the bushing, and that way I'll have something to come up to. Otherwise what's going to happen is I'm going to come in and then I'm going to create a face there, and then when I come in again it's going to be a little bit hard to judge when to stop because I will be using the automatic feed. Yeah, I think you understand what I'm trying to do here. Well, obviously this is going to take a while, so we may as well turn the camera off. I have never before dialed in just half a thousandth of an inch, but that was it. And I think we're just about dead on here to the same diameter as the bushing. Yeah, I'm going to want to think about this for a while here. The next step. Don't want to screw this up. This stuff's kind of expensive. I think this little piece here probably costs about $5, but I could be wrong. Well, this is not about money. This is about having fun. And I just like to have fun here. And I know every once in a while somebody will say, do you sell your pens? Or will you sell that clock? Or, that sort of thing. Well, I don't sell anything. Nothing. If I don't keep it myself, I give it away. These bushings are probably going to be a one-off. They're for my friend here in Winnipeg, and they're probably the only ones I'll make unless I make a set for myself. So please do not comment saying, could you make me a set of bushings? I'll be glad to pay you. I don't sell anything.